Hi everyone, this is Peter from TMH, which stands for the Metal Heartbeat, and my native language it is metalowe bicie serca, and we are extremely active, at least last time, because last time, once more, it was interview with Nothing New in Heaven, supported by boys from Scythe of Sorrow, Patrick and Kasper, and this interview is as well supported by them because they've got common guitarists with our guest today, which is D.O.L. I mean, of course, absent Hades, but today we've got also a wonderful guy on our side, Arrow from D.O.L band. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yes.
Okay, so to begin with formalities or something like that, I would like you to tell me a little bit about yourself and about absent guys, because I think that would be nice for them to be present here, even as features only.
Okay, yeah, so I'm Eero, or MC, and I am the main writer of D.O.L songs. I'm the vocalist and guitarist also, and I write all the lyrics and all the songs in our band, mostly. And then we do some arrangements together after that. And I've been playing guitar for all my life, and as well as singing all my life in different bands. And now with D.O.L, I think we have been together 8 years now. And in our band there is me, MC, as a vocalist and guitarist, then second guitarist Hades Fate, and then our bass player is Yuka, and then our keyboard player is Cancer O, and our drummer is Katsu. So that's about it. Yeah.
So whole thing as a D.O.L began around 2018. Is that correct?
Yeah, about that, around that. Yeah, we had a previous band that molded into this band, so it's hard to tell the exact time, but around 2018 to 2017, around that.
And one thing, because for fun guys, D.O.L is similar to D.O.L, but I'm sure that wasn't the main thing. What is the, I don't know, origin, the story behind the D.O.L name?
The origin actually is the previous band that we had was Days of Lost, so we just took the letters from that and shortened it to D.O.L. And then after a while we dropped the dots in between. It's still on Spotify is still D.O.L, but we have been using the D.O.L now for like many years already. So that's the story behind our name.
Okay, and you describe yourself as a unique mix or inspiration. It's up to you guys to choose which one should be correct in case of D.O.L. As for him, as for Ozzy Osbourne, Marilyn Manson, and so on.
Yeah.
What else can you say about your music style or about your sound? What was the thought behind it?
So I've been doing a lot of metal, different subgenres of metal all my life, and it has like involved into this. What is now? It's something like there's rock, there is some gothic influences, and also some heavier metal influences. So I think the inspiration comes from all around everything that I have been playing before this and what I have been listening. Yeah.
Okay, and we can see those influences in beginning with one of the oldest recordings and my favorite personal one, which is my Juliet, and it is almost pure gothic metal. Ending with Hurt, which even gives me some kind of Peter Steele type of negative vibes.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
And DOL also has got the newest single, Dead Note. Is this some way connected with extremely popular old anime called Death Note?
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah, probably not actually, but yeah, I'm aware of the anime. Yeah, and or actually, it might be like it's written. I think the anime is Death Note. This is Dead Note. I I actually thought about the anime when I was writing this song, but it's kind of different, the spelling. Yeah.
Okay, so is this some kind of standalone single or is just some kind of announcement preparing us for something bigger from D.O.L?
Yeah. So we are making a new EP number 3, and this was the first single out of it, and the rest is yet to be recorded. We have the songs already, but we haven't recorded them, and I think we will do it like this. We will release almost all of the songs like one by one during this year, and maybe in the beginning of 2025. And I think 25, in the beginning of 25, early 25, we will release the whole EP. But like I said, we haven't recorded it yet, so this is the first taster of it. It will be kind of in the style of Death Note. Maybe something heavier than before, but also something like pop elements and lots of synths and keyboards and stuff like that.
Okay, so we will keep our fingers crossed, to be honest, for you guys. And tell me, from your experience, is it better for a band to release whole long play EP or release their music as a singles? What do you think? Because you had few bands and you can say it, I think pretty much about that.
Yeah, I think nowadays it might be better to just release singles because the music, how it's listened mostly from Spotify or other streaming services, and people are not really buying any albums anymore. So the concept of an album it comes from the old vinyl records and CDs. So because of there's nobody's buying them, the concept of album is like useless now. So of course people are releasing albums still, but I think the single is the way to go now. And maybe you should just release like a lot of music nowadays to get like the most attention.
And I think that another extreme important thing, especially for DOL, which stands for behind popularity of some kind of DOL, are music videos, because you guys as smaller band have really bunch of good official videos, and you can see our viewers and listeners prove of it if you see comment section below every one of video, beginning with My Juliet, ending with Hurt. So tell me, what was the main idea, main thought behind making so much official videos? Because I know that recording them and creating them is extremely expensive, at least if you want to do it good, some kind of professional.
Yeah. Fortunately for us, I'm working as a video producer or editor, so it's not so expensive for us. We have all the equipment and we can do it pretty much the whole process by ourselves, so we don't need to pay anything for the actual editing or the video shooting. So that's the main reason why we do most of our songs as a video also.
Okay, I think that it is quite good explanation. And yet, since the beginning of our little conversation, you're sitting with your guitar. Can you tell us something? Can you tell us something about it? About
This
your instrument?
yeah, this is ESP Eclipse, and I have had this for a little while now, like a few months now, and I really like this guitar. I have tons of guitars, so this is just the one that I grabbed. I was playing actually before the interview, just jamming something here, so that's why I have the guitar on my lap. So yeah, this cool guitar, this made in Japan. I think this is like 2002 or something, the model. Yeah, great guitar.
Okay, and yet another question coming along with this one. Is it hard for you to bring both the same time, singer and guitarist, because you have to divide your attention between those two important roles?
Yeah, so I think a human being can only focus at one thing at a time. So mainly for me, I don't know actually which one I'm focusing, the guitar playing or the vocals, because they are both so like automatic for me to do. So, but I think I'm focusing more on the vocals while I'm performing a song. So all this I do with the guitar is coming from muscle memory at that time. And then when I won't sing, I can focus more on the guitar. And mainly when I sing, I don't do any like complex guitar playing. Anyways, I'm doing like a background rhythm guitars only then. So, but yes, to answer your question, yes, it is hard to do both at the same time. But it just takes some practice, and then it's not so hard anymore.
Okay, so coming along this topic, do you still feel some kind of stress or pressure before the show, or is it just natural for you to come out on a stage and, as you said, do your stuff by muscle memory?
I'm not nervous to do any shows. I'm quite the opposite. I'm really excited to do the shows and perform to people. That's what I love to do. And so I don't have any stage fright. Other than maybe some nights you can have like something happen on the gig, like there is something wrong with the equipment, or the sound guy isn't that good, or something like that can affect the feeling when going to stage. But generally, I don't have any anxiety to do any shows.
Okay, so I think that is some kind of inspirational statement, to be honest. And yet another question for you, less connected with the door, but more connected with your place of living. So, what do you think about Finnish metal scene? What is metal popular in Finland, or is just music for outcasts?
Yeah, it actually used to be more popular back in the 90s and early 2000s, when there were lots of Finnish metal bands coming up, like Him, Sentenced, Nightwish, Tear of Bodom, Stratovarius. There were lots of big Finnish metal bands, but nowadays there are a lot of metal bands for sure, but I don't know, is there any new like really big names? I don't think so. There isn't like really big names nowadays. So I hope maybe we can become one of those, but I don't think there is. Like there are tons of like smaller metal bands in Finland. Like I think in Finland there's more metal bands than per thousand people than anywhere in the world. Yeah.
So from that way of thinking, we can clearly say that metal is still strong among Finnish people.
Yeah, it is live and well, yeah.
It is, as you said, live and well.
Yeah.
And yet, about yourself, do you have any music idols who you can appoint that this guy pushed me into playing guitar, this guy pushed me into rock, pushed me into metal? Are there any heroes such as for you?
Yeah, but what you actually mentioned before, when I started doing music, I was really into Ozzy Osbourne and the guitar player from Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads, that got killed in a plane crash in '82. But he was like a really big inspiration for me when I was young, and still is. Actually, I have this tattooed on my arm. His guitar. I don't know if you can see it, but here I have his guitar tattooed on my arm, and he's maybe the main influence. Although the style of music that I do now is quite different, but still big influence.
Okay, I think this is quite clear, and for me it's pretty obvious that it isn't natural to write down something in your what isn't your natural language. Why have you choose English language as this one good for lyrics? Have you tried anything different, write in another language, trying to express your feelings in another way, or is just English natural for you?
I have actually done some songs in Finnish also, but I think the English language works better in especially metal and rock. It just somehow works better. Maybe it's because you hear it so much or something, but I think it works better in metal and rock.
Okay, that's quite fine. Yet, a part of being a band which isn't big is rather average size. You've got pretty cool cover arts. Who created them?
Our covers are mainly done by Hades Fate, our guitar player. He does the artwork for them, and some of the different style of covers that we have, like My Juliet and Dead Note, they are created by me. So Hades does this amazing like drawing, and I can do by Photoshop and like graphic design. So and sometimes we combine those two elements.
Okay, I think it's fine, but if I ask you today, how do you as D.O.L or does D.O.L are working over on the songs? What is kind of, I don't know, divide of rules, who creates what part, who is behind lyrics and who is behind music, and how do you create? Is this one guy who says that we do it in this way, or is more like a democratic way of creating music and stuff?
Yeah, we say we are a democratic band, but I don't know. Maybe sometimes I'm a bit
Autocratic?
yes. I'm the dictator on the band. Yeah, but I do the lyrics and the music, and then I usually record some kind of demo from them, and then present it to the guys, and they can learn the parts from that, and then we get together on our rehearsal place, and we fine tune the song. Let's say we fine tune it together and do some arrangements there and some little changes, or in some cases big changes. But I mainly do the skeleton for the song. Let's say it like that.
Okay, so like Spine, but have you ever made something like that? The song or part of it has come from jam session. Like, oh, this riff sounds nice. Let's do it.
Yeah. Sometimes we have play we are playing on the rehearsal place, and we got some riffs and some. We have done some actual songs in there. I think the Pain Walk with Me did mostly at the rehearsal place. Like, it just came, and then we did it more afterwards. But the main structure of that song came in while we were jamming. Yeah.
Okay, so if you are mostly behind the lyrics, is there any, I don't know, main idea, concept behind the DOL lyrics? Is it some kind of whole story, or you are just trying to adjust to some topics which are important to you, important in the way of express your feelings, emotions, or motives?
Yeah, so lots of our songs are kind of love songs or dark love songs. That's the one, especially our first EP was like this, and then another thing that I like to write about is the depression and the like mental things that one might struggle during his life, different things like addictions, uh, depressions, different things that everyone, or not everyone, but some might relate to. But mainly things that I have gone through in my own life, I take as the inspiration for writing the lyrics.
Okay, that's quite full answer to my question. Can you agree with the statement that keyboard is really popular among Finnish rock and metal bands such as Lordi, such as Children of Bodom, such as Nightwish? Everywhere you turn around in the Finnish rock music, you can see keyboardists.
Yeah, that's cool. I love keyboards. I love to have them on the band. It makes the sound so much more fuller and bigger when you have the keyboards, and you can do so many things with them. You have such many different sounds and different like samples that you can use. So I like the also now like modern metal. Some of it doesn't have keyboards, or the bands doesn't have keyboards. There are a lot of bands that has the like doing just the backing tracks when they're playing live and maybe programming the keyboards. But we have a real keyboard player, and I think lots of Finnish bands have keyboard. You're right. Lots of Finnish metal bands has the keyboard player. Yeah. Maybe it's popular during between the Finnish youth and young adults, the keyboard. That might be the reason it's the most played instruments in Finland. I might think so. Yeah.
Okay, I think that really great example for using a keyboard is of course my Juliet, but it's an obvious answer. I would also appoint to Lilith's song. Would you agree?
Yeah. There are quite a bit of keyboards and synth elements and samples on that song as well. I think all of our songs has like tons of keyboards. So
okay, that's fine. I know that I shouldn't do it, but I think I have to. Do you have your favorite song of D.O.L? Is any of them especially close for you?
um, yeah, but maybe now when the Death Note is our newest song, it might be the answer for that. But I know I love my Juliet. I love playing my Juliet live because it's the song that on most of our gigs somebody asked us to play it. It's the last song always on our set, and during the show there is nearly always somebody screams, "Play my Juliet," and I think that's the most important song.
Okay, I think I could agree about that, but at least one more thing we've got to talk through. What are your plans for the nearest future? We know about the upcoming for 2025 EP, and do you guys any gig planned? Any, I don't know, new releases which you can't and want to talk about?
Yeah, so we are doing shows now. We have had a small break because our drummer had to do a surgery on his legs, but he's now fine, and we can continue doing shows now. So we have couple shows now set, but we don't have the actual dates yet, so I can't talk too much about them yet. But yeah, we are definitely doing gigs this year and this summer, and also we are shooting a music video for Death Note on the summer. We have shot about half of it already, so that's coming. That might be the next thing coming, like content-wise from us.
Okay, and if you perform live, do you still implementing some kind of covers like Heart or Devil in the Details? Or are you just playing your own songs?
Yeah, we do some covers. Actually, we have now a couple covers that we do. We do some hymn songs and Sharon's song, and we have couple cover that we do on our set. Yeah, the Maniac. It's one of the songs. If you know the Maniac song, that's one. But we won't. I don't think we will ever record them. They are just for the live shows to have maybe more familiar material for people to enjoy.
Okay, I think, and this is quite fine to choose between your own songs over the covers, which should be only, I don't know, filling up your set.
Yeah.
To what you think to make things right. And yet, if you are creating a song, have you ever thought about featuring, invite, I don't know, some guest to your song?
Yeah, I have actually thought about it. Like, yeah, but we have never done that. But I've definitely thought about that. I have a few people in mind that we might ask to feature, but I haven't asked anybody actually yet. But yeah, that might be a possibility. Yeah.
I think it is an idea worth of thinking. If you could implement any instrument to your song, which could it be and why? You can choose any one. Just use your imagination for the example.
Instruments. I don't know. There might already be all the instruments that I want there, but I don't know what would be cool. Oh yeah, it would be cool to have some like, but there's actually many instruments, but some like violin and cello and things like that would be great to have some like orchestra playing on the background. That would be cool. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time, but before we say final words, one more thing. Can you tell us, is there any special story behind your nicknames, like Hades, like yours one, or they are just names which came from earlier times?
I have had the name so long I don't even remember where it came from. But yeah, there might be a story, but I don't know it. So no, yeah.
Okay, so one more thing, if we can go back for time, what was the idea, of course, putting aside your previous band to create DOL? Who you invite to cooperate on this one?
The reason we changed the band was there was just the players that we had. We had Okka in guitar and Pasi on bass, and they wanted to move in a different direction than me and Katsu. So we wanted to go. We were back then. We were doing like a lot heavier stuff, like death metal, thrash metal kind of thing, and we want to go a little bit more to goth rock kind of direction. So the guys didn't want to do that, and they want to do their own thing. So they went their way, and we went here.
Okay, so something like 69 Eyes, would you agree?
Yeah.
Bandwidth and so on. In any case, guys, if someone after seeing or hearing this interview would like to buy something from you, do you have some kind of merch?
Yeah, actually, we do have merch, but you can go actually to Linktree. It's linktr.ee/DOL band, DOL band, and there you can find our links. And so Linktree/DOL band, and there you can find links to the merch and stuff and all other stuff as well.
Okay, so guys, if you want to buy t-shirt or something more, just hit the link tree and follow up the DOL band there. And once more, Arrow, thank you very much for your time, for your presence, and thank of course to D.O.L for fantastic music. Hit them up, of course, visit them, especially on YouTube channel, on Spotify, and be patient because D.O.L, thanks to their name, are pretty hard to find. Even when I was preparing today's interview, I have to dig really deep with help of Hades Faith. He helped me to find the proper links which are hide. The best of course shot is to type down my Juliet and D.O.L, and then you find thing that's deep from me. So one more, hit them up, check out the music, and if they are going to play shows near you, be sure to go there, see them live, and wait to my Juliet. And as the tradition goes, a few final words from my guests. Few minutes or 1-2 are yours, Errol, to say goodbye.
Yeah, so yeah, you said it. Come to our shows and buy our stuff and go listen to our music. And yeah, that's all.
So, once more, thank you very much. Stay true, stay tuned, stay heavy, and listen to my Juliet. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, it's Hades Faith here, and yeah, I'm doing an video interview, and yes, so how I got to be the guitarist of D.O.L. I was in Sweden back in the days with my friend in Stockholm, and I was looking for a band because I didn't have so much going on back in then, and I went to Musicians.net and I found like the band D.O.L from there, and I listening a few songs and was like, fuck, this sounds good, and the singer's voice is amazing. So I was like, yeah, definitely. I sent an application there, and then I got an email to an interview, and I played a few songs there, and then they picked me basically, and I became the guitarist of D.O.L, and my role in D.O.L is I basically play the leads and I make like lead guitars and some clean arpeggios there, and basically like Eero writes and makes the songs and the lyrics, and I think the band makes their own kind of like parts with their own instruments like drums, bass, keyboards and guitars, that but of course that they follow the original idea of the songs, but we kind of like together we make the song complete, I think. So that's kind of like the writing process, and of course then we record it and go to studio, send them to mix and mastering, and that's it. My journey, how I became a guitarist, is that I was 11 years old when I got my first guitar, and I started playing a lot. I played like 6 hours every day because I was going through some like surgeries to my leg, and I had so much time at home, so I just play guitar. And yeah, because I couldn't kind of like do anything else because I was in a wheelchair, so like and yeah, and then like I took maybe one guitar lesson, but I basically learned by myself with like tabulators and some guitar magazines and stuff back in the days. And yeah, I think the first song I learned was Master of Puppets by Metallica. So yeah, how I got into metal music was, I think I was really young, like little kid. I think the first bands I started to listen was like System of a Down, Metallica, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, D.O.L, and Slayer. And when I went to the like high school, I think it was like I started to listen to like metalcore bands like In Flames, Killswitch Engage, All That Remains, and then like Bring Me the Horizon and other many bands. But yeah, I think first band was like System of a Down, my favorite bands actually, and yeah, so that was kind of like how I went to listening to metal music. And of course, like my father, he has been listening his whole life metal music, so I think that was also kind of like a influencer. And yeah, my like favorite artists, maybe guitarists that has been a huge kind of like influence to me: Yngwie Malmsteen, Troy Stetina, Randy Rhoads, Eddie Van Halen, and yeah, I think yeah, I think those are the ones, and Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield from Metallica, of course. Has been like when I was 15 years old, I think I got to listen more of them and practice some stuff, and yeah, I think yeah, that is how I went to playing guitar, and how I began to listening to metal music. And of course I spent a lot of time in guitar stores trying different guitars, and yeah, and then I played in many bands back in the days. Like there was many bands, and then I think like D.O.L, when I got in that band, that was kind of like the family the place to be, you know. So yeah. I think what plans we have to the future is we are making more songs, writing more songs, more music. We try to publish kind of like in a quick schedule more songs, because we Dead Note that came out like a few weeks ago has been growing really good, so we kind of want to keep it. Founder of the band, and he came up with the logo, the name, and he does all the lyrics, all the songs. So basically he's the the hard-working dude who does like a lot of fucking songs, like every day almost. And of course I also write songs, and I have like a solo project, Hate is Faith, in Spotify, and there is 2 songs featuring Julian Larre from Lacrimas Profundere and LDMV. I made some songs with that dude, and yeah. So yeah, I also have that solo project, and yeah, sometimes I like to play guitar, and I came up with new riffs, new songs. I basically send them to Eero, and then we go together, play together, and then we make songs also together sometimes, that we write different parts. I play a part, I send the Eero, and we try, and Eero does the like also riffs, and then we see how they work together basically. So yeah, that's also how we kind of make songs. So yeah, I think that's it. All that I know. So yeah, trying to put more songs, more gigs. We're gonna play probably at Tuska Festival, Bloodstained Metal Festival, and we had a break from gigs, but last year we were playing a lot of gigs touring with Darkness It's White Canvas and Diva Cowboys, and we're playing with Miss Vane and many other bands, and hopefully we are gonna also make gigs with Scythe of Sorrow together. Would be cool. But yeah, that's it. Thank you and see you. Bye bye.
Charling new trend hits the internet when the singer of the Finnish rock band D.O.L. positions himself to realize that here is the fix.